My name's Nate Harshbarger. I thought I'd make a little video about suicide because it has drastically affected my life. On average, I think it's about 132 people die every day in this country from suicide. Nobody talks about it because it's, more or less frowned upon from society, whatever. And out of that many people, I think it's estimated it's roughly 100 people, from first responders to the family itself, friends, that one suicide affects. So I mean that's some big numbers if you do the math there, and nobody's really talking about it. Nobody's being real about it. So here's my story. In 2014, my father hung himself. In 2016, my brother, was a week from a year older than me, shot himself after that. I more or less due to my dad. I think it really set him off. They were pretty close. And then he survived. It was a 45 round through the frontal lobe. Took out his optic nerves, was in a coma for roughly 2 weeks, went out to Seattle. Harborview, which is an amazing hospital, amazing people there. He came out of it blind 100%. Most people that are blind can actually see light and day, through their eyelids, whatever. Now his eyeballs ended up being removed over the years. He surprisingly didn't have a lot of damage to the frontal lobe. As far as his function, cognitivity. One second here, I got to turn around here. That's one thing I think I kind of forgot a lot, was he wasn't, the same person. It's very difficult seeing your brother in that situation. The guilt, just seeing him like that, it was hard for me to see him, but I couldn't turn my back on him, and then I beat myself up because I felt like I should be grateful that he was still alive, even in that situation, and I still struggle with that. He lived for about 5 years after that, up until February of this year, and I guess had enough, and I don't blame him. I mean, to live like that, paranoid, blind, not being able to protect yourself, feeling like that, it really fucked with my head. It really changed a lot for me, and it affects everybody. It affects the whole family. It affects your spouse, your kids. Then you worry about that. You worry about the traits. I worry about myself all the time. I'm kind of paranoid of it. If my brother and my dad, it freaks me out, and I take precaution, because I have three beautiful little girls and a woman that I love with all my heart, and I really got to make sure that I'm going to be there. I've never been suicidal. I've definitely put myself in their shoes. How the fuck could you jump off a fucking tailgate with a noose around your fucking neck, or put a gun up to that? I've ran that shit through my head, and I just don't understand it. But I guess the reason for the video is I've spent a lot of time listening to other people's stories and trying to find the best ways to cope and be healthy with it. It's just everybody says it's going to be a lifelong. Like people 10 years later are like, oh, I'm on antidepressants, and I still have the guilt, still have the question, and I don't feel I'm not gonna accept that. I'm gonna be as positive as I can, and I'm gonna find a fucking way to fully accept it. Whether it takes me 5 years or fucking not, however long it takes. And I'm not gonna go to medication and this and that, and I have fucked up. I've tried some hard drugs. You know, I've used alcohol in the past. And none of it helps, obviously. Just depresses you more. You know, but that's what antidepressants do too. You know, I mean, and all the side effects, and that shit'll ruin your life. You got to be strong. You got to keep trying, and go for it. And another thing you got to realize is if you are with somebody, you know, everybody handles shit differently. And you know, I know that it's a lot. It's a lot, you know, for my spouse, for my fiance to see me like that, to handle it. You know, there was times where I didn't think she was very supportive, but you know, some people handle shit differently. And this is my first video here. Just wanted to, you know, let you know you're not alone. If you lost somebody, and one second, I got to turn around here again. If you lost somebody to suicide, and you know, you're stuck with that guilt and that pain and depression, you know, feeling alone, you know, for me it was my brother was the only person that I ever fucking talked to. I'm not a very social person, and that's been my struggle. You know, even though he was struggling, he'd still fucking check on me and make sure I was okay all the time. And you know, it hurts even right now thinking about that. You know, I mean, and you got to find a way. You got to get in. You got to see a shrink. Don't be embarrassed. Fuck anybody. Somebody wants to fucking judge you, punch them in the fucking face over that. I mean, that's serious shit. You know, I'm serious. So, anyways, you know, I mean, the number one thing is you got to stay positive. You got to understand that you will make it, that you know, give yourself some credit. Be fucking strong. Tell yourself you're gonna fucking make it no matter what. You're gonna fight. And anyhow, probably not the best video, but I really wanted, if I could help people or give people answers or some strength or whatever it may be, I want to do it. It's too big of a problem in this country to be ignored. And, you know, I mean, that's where I'm at. Anyways, once again, yeah, I'm 30 years old. My name's Nate Harshbarger. You know, my father and my brother. I'm not saying that over fucking pity. I don't want your pity. I'm saying you got to go to work. You got to continue your fucking life. And you know, at some point you've got to accept that some people just aren't happy on this planet, and it's not their fucking fault, and it's not a selfish decision. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. That's how I feel about it now. And my next video, I'll tell you guys about, ladies and gentlemen, I guess, not just guys, but tell you guys how I used to look at it. Tell you what my dad wrote on my note when I told him, you know, how I felt about his comment. And, you know, we'll go from there. But anyways, I hope you like the video. Subscribe, like it, whatever. Stay fucking strong. Keep your head up. And, you know, I respect you, you know, and I understand. So, anyways, have a very good day. And if you're down, you know, I mean, that's understandable. Don't beat yourself up about it. Smile. You deserve to be fucking happy. It's not your fault. Yeah, have a good day. Thank you for watching.